Hey beautiful, you're welcome to my channel. Today my name is Chisom. On this channel I share free sewing tips, fashion tips and sewing tutorial. Today's tutorial we're going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful boubou and how to match it with this beautiful sequins fabric. This boubou is easy to make and is beginner friendly. If this sounds like something you're interested in learning, keep on watching. Let's dive straight into the tutorial. With me here, I have all the materials that are required to make this outfit. The sequins fabric is going to be used for the design on the neckline area, while the satin fabric I have here is for the main body of the outfit. This satin fabric I have here is about 2.5 yards. Okay, if you're on a bigger size, be sure to have up to 3 yards or 3.5 yards, depending on how bogus you want your boubou. So I'll go ahead and fold this satin fabric into four because we'll be drafting the front and the back the same time. Now to fold your fabric, you're going to fold it with the width of your shoulder measurement divide by 2 plus your sleeve length, your required sleeve length. If you want your sleeve to go all the way from your shoulder to your wrist or stop at your elbow, it totally depends on your preference. So I will go ahead and fold the fabric into four right now. So I'll go ahead and fold my fabric. This is folded into four. This two this two closed part is going to be the front, so this will be the center front, while this open part is going to be the center back. So I left a space for joining at the center back. Now we are going to be marking out our neck circumference, starting from this center front line here. So from here I will mark out 4 inches width. The back also is going to be 4 inches for the width. Now for the back I'll be using 3 inches depth. Connect that together. This is for the back. For the neck depth, I'm going to come down by 10 inches. For the depth, I'm going to connect it to the neck width. You can totally give this any neckline style that you want. This is all dependent on your style. You can even do 3 by 3, but for the purpose of this tutorial I am using 4 inches width by 10 inches depth for the front neckline and 4 inches width and 3 inches depth for the back neckline. After that is done, we'll move to the side. So this is the side. I am going to come down from the top here. I am going to come down by 1 inch. I'm going to come down by 1 inch and connect it straight to the neck width. Now after slanting the shoulder, I am going to come down from this shoulder slant line by how open I want my sleeve to be. So because I want to be adding elastic around the sleeve area, okay, I'm going to make this a really open. So I'll come down by 15 inches. Okay, from the shoulder slant here I came down by 15 inches for my sleeve opening. On that 15 inches I'll come in by 2 inches. So from these 2 inches, I'm going to curve it all the way down. Okay, you can see how I smoothen this. This is not hard at all. Just go ahead and do yours. Now I'm going to take this line all the way down. So like I was trying to explain before folding my fabric, I have a shortage here. So by the time I'm done cutting out, I'll be replacing this side that is not covered with a piece of fabric that I have left. I'm just going to be slitting this place open straight. We are done with this. The next thing is to cut it out. Now we are going to first of all cut out the back neck area. So I'll be using this to cut out a tiny piece for the neckline facing, for the back neckline facing. So I'll put it under it like this. I'll trace it out. Trace out the neckline. This is what I have. I am going to curve it. So this is going to be the neckline facing for the back. I'll pin it to it and take the back away. I've gone ahead to cut these pieces from the sequins fabric. Okay, so this one, the length is long enough to get to the bottom of the front pattern, and the width is 4 inches. I cut out 4 inches width so that by the time I go ahead and fold half and half, it will give me 3 inches. Yeah, now this one is for the neckline area. The width of this is 20 inches and the length is 16 inches. The length is 16 inches, 20 inches width, 16 inches length. So what I'll do next is I am going to fold this over into two. We are going to be using this to trace out the neckline of the front pattern. So I'll fold it into two like this and get the front pattern. So after arranging, I am going to trace out the neckline. This is what we have. Okay, so I went ahead to iron this down by half inch all the way. I actually secured it with a hemming gum because this fabric is quite stretchy. Okay, so if you're using something like Ankara or any cotton fabric, I'm sure it will be easier for you. Okay, to secure this, you can still, if you're using something like sequins, you can go ahead and add interfacing to it to give it stability. Okay, so I ironed it by half inch inwards on both parts. So I'm going to place this. You can see I've gotten the green line, that is the center line of this front part. So I'll go ahead and place this all the way down like this. I'll use this green line as a guide to place it. I'll take it to my sewing machine and top stitch. Before I top stitch, I'm going to put hemming gum under here. And use it to hold this down to the fabric. Please and please, if you are getting value from this video, kindly give me your support by clicking the subscribe button. If you are yet to give this video a thumbs up, please do so now, because it will encourage me to keep posting more videos on this channel. And if you have a tutorial request you want me to upload on this channel, you can send me your request via my Instagram page at sumiglam, and I'll work around it. So after this is done, the next thing is to place this. What I'm going to do, I'll turn the wrong side of this front piece. I'll place the right side of the sequins to touch the wrong side of the pattern, the fabric. Okay, align them at the neck area. I'll go ahead and secure this with my pins. After securing this in place, I'll go to my sewing machine and run a stitch all around the neckline. I'll sew it by 0.5, that's half inch, all around the neckline, just the neckline area from this end to this end. So after stitching the neckline, I'm going to notch all around the stitches. So now we'll flip it over to the right side. So what I'll do next, at this point, you can also choose to use hemming gum and gum this down to the fabric before you top stitch, or you go ahead and top stitch, but please ensure you secure every part of this together with your pins in order for it not to be shifting anyhow, because once it's shifting and shifting and shifting, the shape is going to be lost. You're going to lose the style. So I'll head over to the machine right now, and after I'm done with the front, this is the back piece. Okay, now the back piece, I have gone ahead to use the facing to turn the neckline. I faced, just in case you don't know how to do this, this is the facing. I dropped it right side facing right side, and I ran a stitch on the neckline, trimmed off the excess, flipped it over to the back side. Now I have my right neckline looking clean. Okay, so to finish this, I also hemmed this a little bit. If you have a weaving machine, you can go ahead and weave it. So I will use my hemming gum and hold it down. So that's all for the neckline. After I finish up with the neckline for the back, I'll go ahead and close the opening that I have at the back. Okay, I'll close the opening. I'll close it with 1/2 inch all the way down. So I'm done joining the center back together. I'll go ahead and place the right side of the back piece facing right side of the front piece like this. I'll match them at the shoulder. I'm going to join it together at the shoulder. I will use the back facing to cross over to the front side like this. And join to the end of the shoulder. So after joining the shoulder line, I'll go ahead and create a casing round the sleeve opening. To do that, I will just fold in half and fold in half again. That will give me a space to pass my elastic. So I'll go ahead to my sewing machine and do exactly as I have explained right now, and I'll be right back. So I'm done joining the shoulders together. This is the outcome. At this point, we are almost done with the making of this beautiful boubou. So like I said earlier, I've created a casing for my elastic. So I'm going to cut this elastic using my arm circumference measurement. Okay, I'll measure out about 8 inches. 8 inches should be enough to stretch around. You can see how stretchy this is. 8 inches has stretched to give me up to 18 inches. So I'm going to cut out 8 inches twice for the right and left sleeves. So next I'll get my pin. I'll poke it through the elastic like so, and I'll follow one end of the casing to pass my elastic. I'll be dragging it like this. Once I notice that my elastic is about to jump into the casing, I'll hold it down and secure it with my pin, or you can simply go to your sewing machine and hold it down with thread and needle. So I'll hold this together with my pin and continue passing the elastic . So I have gotten to the end of the other side. Now I'll go ahead and join the two ends of the elastic together before I go ahead and close the sides. So I'll move over to the sewing machine now. I'll close the side of the elastic. I'll hold the elastics together and then turn it and close the side of the boubou. I'll finish this part and then I'll do the other part. After I'm done joining the sides, I'll hem the down part like so, and that will be all for the finishing of the boubou. I'll go off camera now and do everything I've said, and I'll show you the finished result. So here is the finished look of the boubou on my mannequin. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial as much as I enjoyed filming it. Now I noticed that this neckline that I have here is too deep. Okay, so if you're busty, please don't use 10 inches for the depth of your front neckline. You can use 5 inches or 6 inches as the case may be. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly do so, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.